Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Purchase all tracks today.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Purchase all tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hey Richard, welcome.
Purchase all tracks today.
Chant a little bit here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Purchase all tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You can come on if you want. Anybody wants to come on, there, the link is there. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hey, Raji. Oh, thanks for coming. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Purchase all tracks today.
Hey, there he is, Richard. Hey, Richard, welcome.
I gotta turn my tunes down, brother. I got Credence in the background. I'm on the note track, man.
All right, yeah, great, man. Looks like you're getting some life there. All right, let's continue on. You can dance and I'll chant. I'm experimenting with some new music. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, try and Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
You believe this one. Chase this one.
Hare Krishna.
Do you use bowls to talk?
Huh? What?
Singing bowls.
Yeah. Singing bowls, yeah. That's an idea. Here's one here. Let's try this.
Oh, you have it on. I was going to go grab one of mine.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
I can't believe
Yeah, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said I like the physical send me through the roof.
Yeah, man. Yeah, go for it. That's great. Yeah. Here we go. We got it. Yeah.
I was hoping you'd be on again today.
Oh, good.
What time is it there?
It's 3 o'clock. No, maybe 4 o'clock.
It's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I think it's 4 o'clock. 6, huh?
That's not too bad. 2 hours.
Yeah, a couple hours difference. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. I just have to mute with the singing. It doesn't work out. It just kind of makes everything jumbled up. Just one constant. You have to sing over there. Sorry about that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Little country Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You should be doing that, Sachi. Hare Krishna, Krishna be too. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Why don't you come on, Lance and Raju? Let's make this a party. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hey, that's awesome, man. It's inspiring. I think I'm gonna start sparring with the clouds. Also, guy's in shape, man. That's great. Oh, here you're muted. Here, I'll unmute you there.
Had to learn a lot of ways to do things before I found back.
Yeah, it's great, man. All right, so we're going to read a little Bhagavad Gita here.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Yeah, all right, see, Bhagavad Gita. Let's get the one that I got here.
Different.
All right, what do we got here? Gitamrita. Gitamrita by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Just,
Thanks for using.
all right. Oops. Yeah, okay, so this is called Attaining the Supreme. Where's this here? There we go. Attaining the Supreme. Yeah, you know, I've been kind of looking at different things today. One is the libertarian philosophy, which is quite interesting, actually. The United States is built on actually some of these unalienable rights. And I was getting some ideas because people, we're being governed in different ways by different philosophers, different philosophies, actually. Or like a mixture. Like right now, we're kind of like, kind of a mixture of philosophies that are like, there's some that are trying to kind of worm their way into like a totalitarian type of dictatorship, fascist type government, which takes away all the rights of the people, unalienable rights. They just, you don't have any of those. And then you just, told what to do, and then you just comply with it. And basically you lose your individuality, more or less. And that's kind of what censorship is about, and all these kind of things is kind of trying to push society in that direction. Which, whether it'll work or not, who knows? It's I mean, it may work for a while, but not, ultimately it'll bust because it's not based on truth. So anyway, we're going to read Bhagavad Gita and see if we
It's
can.
temporary, like all things here. It's temporary.
Yeah. Yet there's a way that we can synchronize our lives and living in a way, such a way that is more harmonious with the truth. And so anyway, let's see what comes up here. We'll start reading Gita and see what happens. Oops, did it the wrong way again. Let's see if I can do it this way. There it is. So this is Attaining Supreme, chapter 8 in Vishwanath Chakravarti's Gitamrita. So, O my Lord, what is Brahman? What is the self? What is karma? What is the material manifestation? And what are the demigods? Please explain this to me. Also, who is the Lord of sacrifice, and how does he live in the body? Okay, so I have to mute you because... Oops, all right. Yeah. So basically, in a society, if people are looking for... I muted you there. Yeah, because you want to say something here? Oops. Anyway, I tried to unmute you, but anyway, whatever. Anyway, it looks to me like people want to be governed in some way, because I think it's our nature. We need to have we need governing, you know. And so anyway, there are different experiments. I look at it in the world. People try governing. Well, some people think, well, not everybody will be able to be governed, you know, themselves, and so and if people are left to their own means, they'll end up doing anything and everything, and a lot of destructive things will happen. So therefore, we need a government to govern us. See, so we got people with these different philosophies. Some people say no, like a more libertarian view or anarchy view is allow people to govern themselves. See, so the people are, and so people don't always agree on the way to do it. But I was thinking, we're experiencing and feeling that everyone's looking for the perfect governing principle, and that is not found yet, because on one hand, the persons are like anarchists and libertarians saying, well, we just need the basic rules. Well, libertarians say we just need basic rule of do unto others as you have them do unto you. You know, don't commit violence. You know, these kind of things. Just follow these simple rules that where we have freedom, and we also respect the freedom of others and don't engage in violence against others like this. So their ideas, in that way we can make a society run like that. A lot of people think, no, we can't do that, because if you let people, you need a governing society, because some governors, you need a government, because people will cheat. People will naturally, there'll be people that will do violence and all of that stuff. And so we need to turn our authority over to the government to rule us. See? So on one hand, the libertarian types, they don't want to be ruled. They just want to, you know, just kind of go under the, you know, just common sense principles. Go ahead there. Did you want to say something? No?
I didn't mean to interrupt. I noticed that I turned it on.
Say that again. You gotta.
There's a lot.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
I didn't
well,
want to interrupt.
You know, it could be.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, all right. I don't know. Yeah, you got to learn how to. If you do talk, you got to learn how to use the facility to talk. Otherwise, it's just, you know, you can't just be walking around and talk. It just doesn't work. And sometimes you have to. It depends on your phone. Sometimes you have to use headphones. Sometimes not. Yeah, we just have to experiment with your system here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Rajiv, hey, welcome. How's it going over there?
It's going fine. I guess.
It's going fine. How's your chanting doing?
Today I have a chant, but I listen. Regularly bhajans. You know?
Oh, great. Yeah. Are you feeling? Are you feeling good? Like good at heart and strong and?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Thanks to the Sangha.
Yeah, yeah. Good. So yeah, that's good. You come regularly. That's nice. Yeah. Yeah. So where are you? Are you in Amsterdam or Holland or?
In Holland,
In
in a
Holland,
place called
in a
Diemen.
place called Dien. Ah. How far are you away from Bactatam?
I don't know
I don't know.
what what is the
He's in. What is the? He's Astri,
Maastricht.
something like that. Maastricht. Yeah, that place.
I think
I think
just
just
100 kilometers
100
from
kilometers
my place.
from my place. Oh, okay. Maybe sometime you guys can meet.
Yeah,
Have a
of course.
bhajan
We
or something.
already
Yeah,
spoke
so
one time.
we already spoke one time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah, well, good. Yeah. And Janaki, look at Janaki. Where are you driving to?
Shopping, that's all I do.
Shopping, that's all I do.
That's a woman's thing. You go into thrift shops, or
Today it's the grocery store.
Today it's the grocery store.
is everybody back? Everybody came back?
Everybody's back.
Everybody's back.
Everybody's back.
Everybody's back.
Okay, so now the
There's an
now
echo.
the
I'm
work
way behind.
There's
begins.
an echo. I'm way behind.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, don't worry about it. Okay, so anyway, so basically what I was thinking. Like what would be a great way to run society is to get them all hooked up to source. As many people want. We can start with a small group. Oh, we're doing that. We got a small group here, and we just connect people to their own source, and then they're ruled by truth. Universal truth. We need this kind of rulership. So universal truth is that we are connected to source, or God, Krishna. People use different names, and if we have this connection back, then we will be able to be sovereign in this world. But if we don't have it, then there's always these problems. People, if they're not strongly connected to source, that's why these external rulers step in to take up the slack, is because people, they can't, they just kind of be drifting around and not not inspired, not knowing what to do, and so I mean, wouldn't it be interesting to have? I think we're already kind of in the process of doing this experiment, is getting as many people as we can connected to their own source. Okay, and we use Krishna, and the universal understanding of that is we all have a source universally, and it's known by different names from different cultures. These different names have evolved because of these. So anyway, and those who are connected to the source, they're the ones actually that are usually we consider great saviors. Like Jesus Christ. He was connected with God, and we look up to these role models, Lord Chaitanya, and then the acharyas like Prabhupada and all this. So the essence is, the more people we turn on to that connection, and then truth, the truth is conclusive understanding of reality, eternal reality, in relationship to this temporary reality, and also this ecstatic feeling awakening, ecstatic relish of the spiritual truth, then there's no need to have a big government to rule people. They will just, something small, something, just to settle differences or something, but, nothing major. I think until people really connect to their own source, like Bhagavad Gita is a great introduction to that, because when you start inquiring, people just don't know who they are. whether they're usually, I'm not saying all the time, but I think a lot of leaders, whether they're Democrats, um, Republicans, libertarians, fascists, communists, Marxists, they don't know who they are, and they're all trying to rule in their ways, and it doesn't work out really good. But could you imagine if people would find, or, well, I don't know if anybody would change, but if they do, if they connect to their source, whatever they're doing is going to be better. See, if they know, but the thing is, people don't know that they either think they are the source, they don't know about relationships, transcendental relationship, that they're a servant of that source. We're here to connect and commune and to share. Share that information that comes from that, share that knowledge, share that ecstasy. Yeah, so anyway, it starts with questions like this. And so let's get to the questions here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So Arjuna says, oh my Lord, what is Brahman? See, so people don't know, what is this Brahman? What is the self? See, that's a problem. You ask people, like, who are you? Oh, I'm Joe Blow. I'm this body, or I'm this mind. I'm my emotional state. But we're really, that's the false ID, false ego. See, so most people don't know who they really are. They don't have that truth. See, so Arjuna is inquiring about that. So, and what is Brahman? What is this? Well, I wonder why they use that word Brahman. Let me find out. Oops.
Sorry, Guru Maharaj.
I have to interrupt. Yeah, go ahead.
If I have to leave now because
I have to do okay, well, thank you for coming. Some things tomorrow. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming. Yeah, and I'll see you tomorrow in the morning. Thank you for coming on live too.
Thank you.
And I want to encourage everybody. Yeah, everybody to come on live, because whenever you can, because it make a difference. I mean, this is more. It's more. Yeah. It's more like we're relating to persons. It's more. I mean, I think people will make more spiritual advancement that way. And also develop relationships.
Yeah.
With devotees, like yeah, not just always just being watching from the background, to actually interact a bit. I think it'd be nice. So anyway, I want to encourage people to do that. At least try it out sometime. Good day, all. All right, great. Thank you for coming.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Look at that, Richard. That's inspiring, man. Let's go get a weight set there, Sachi.
Yeah. Keeps me out of trouble, man. Keeps me out of trouble.
Let's pump some iron.
The whole time.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome, man.
I'm on the bed. I use the mantra as my timing.
Great. That's fun. That's fantastic, man. You'll inspire a lot of us here.
When you're on your own, you gotta come up with something.
Absolutely, yeah. Oops.
So you were talking about.
Okay.
Do you hear me well when I come on?
Yeah, I hear some. Yeah. Okay, let me go back to reading. I don't want to get too. Otherwise, I won't get. Okay, what is the self? What is karma? What is this material manifestation? What are the demigods? Please explain this to me. Also, who is the Lord of sacrifice and how does he live in the body? Krishna says, Arjuna, the indestructible transcendental living entity is called Brahman. Aha. And his eternal nature is called the Self. See, we got to be in a liberated condition to know that, huh? See, our eternal nature. Well, how does he say that again? The indestructible transcendental living entity. See, this is who we are. This is what this is called transcendental knowledge, where the true self is indestructible and eternal. See, and we've just forgotten that. We've been cut off from that understanding. So we have to get it revived again. See, so that we can get in touch with that eternal nature. They were indestructible. But we're not alone. That's the thing. It's like, oh, okay, I find out who I am. I'm indestructible and I'm eternal. And that's me. But so there's somebody else. See, there's the Lord of the heart. How does he live? He lives within the body. See, and there's the soul and the supreme soul. That's why Bhagavad Gita is fantastic for teaching truth. It's very practical. It teaches us how to, awaken this relationship and develop it. How do you actualize this relationship? So anyway, it's really, Gita is really great for that. If you have any questions, Sachi, or comments, just feel free. The physical nature. Oh. So, Arjuna says, the indestructible transcendental living entity is called Brahman, and his eternal nature is called the Self. Oops. Wrong thing. I like that. His eternal nature is called the Self. See? And how many people actually know that they're eternal? Very few. People identify with the temporary nature. See? And they lament. They lament other people, oh, this person died or, disappeared or whatever. Because they're this is the identification with the material form. See, but our real nature, that's why we need to be reminded a lot. Hey man, Sachi, did you know you're eternal? You're the real self, who you really are, is indestructible. Okay? We need to be reminded of this truth and to learn to contact that indestructible self. Okay? How to become aware of it. So action pertaining to the development of material bodies of the living entities is called karma, or fruitive activities. So remember this morning, I think, it was Richard. Richard said that. Richard said, all action causes karma. And then I said, what? Nope, there's one thing that's different. Devotional activity. Yeah, okay. You have to unmute yourself there if you want to speak. Okay. Oh, did that work? Maybe I muted. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, you're anyway. I can't. Okay. Anyway, you're muted. I can't hear you. All right. Whatever. All right. Yeah. So anyway, Richard said all action causes karma, and I said, well, not all, but usually. But the action taught in Gita and Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita is devotional service, because this destroys karma. This literally annihilates it, and that's what Prabhupada came to bring is the path of devotional service. Especially, so there's devotional service in practice, and it doesn't, if it's if it's the devotional service without the feeling, then it doesn't really destroy the karma, but you're practicing. See, it's when the feeling comes. See, when the feeling is awakened. And so that's our mission, and that's our legacy. That's our order. That's the order I got from Prabhupada, was to help assist the awakening of his devotees to the next platform, to where they can feel their chanting. They can feel the ecstasy in serving the Lord, doing devotional service, serving the Lord in ecstasy and intimacy, that's why Lord Chaitanya came. That's why, Krishna came. And, so Lord Chaitanya came to relish that himself and at the same time teach it to others. So the only way we can teach it to others, we have to relish it ourselves and teach it to others by the example, where they have to see, oh, wow, you're doing something different. How come most devotees don't do it? Well, this is called Raganuga Bhakti. This is called spontaneous devotion. That is our, so people got to see, they got to hear these topics, they got to learn. It's information, it's experience, it's information, experience, it's true, it's transcendental knowledge. Deep, very deep stuff. So this way people can learn these, how to very quickly awaken their transcendental relationship with the Lord. And then at that point, see, you don't need to be ruled by rules. No, now you're ruled by ecstatic service to the Lord, ecstatically pleasing God who is in your heart awakened now. You realize, oh, see, how does the Lord Arjuna asked, how does the Lord live in the heart? Well, only, so we can get knowledge of that, but the best ultimately is experience of that. Oh yeah, when I'm chanting Hare Krishna, the Lord in my heart awakens and I feel really great, because actually the Lord's living in my heart and he's feeling great, therefore I'm feeling transcendently great. It's like, wow, this feeling is not ordinary. This feeling is not even in like a mode of goodness feeling. This feeling is exalted joy, God joy, God ecstatic bliss. It's a special thing. See, and that's, the Lord lives in the heart like that, but generally people don't know how to please the Lord on that platform. They don't have the information, they don't have the association, and to learn from such devotees and get purified so that you can relate to the Lord like that in ecstasy and intimacy. Go ahead there, Richard. Say something if you want. You're not muted. Do you want to say something? But you're frozen now. He's frozen. No, you're not. Okay. All right. Oops. Okay, what?
You kind of started saying something about, and I've it's about way back you were talking about the emotionalism. Correct? Now you're muted.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll just go on because I don't remember talking about impersonalism.
Okay.
Okay. Later on, yeah. So anyway, you just have to learn the system. Ideally, I think most everybody, I don't need to do it. I need to just kind of keep it open. But if you have headphones where you can talk on those things, that's the ideal. The headphones will make it work really nice. Okay.
Yeah,
There he is. There you go. Yeah, I got headphones on now. Great. That'll solve all the problems.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. The headphones works. Of course, unless you're running around, jumping around, and all that. But you know, it's better, much better. The sound here is. Yeah. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to go on here. Okay, so the physical nature, which is constantly changing, is the material manifestation. The physical nature, which is constantly changing, is the material manifestation. And that's, you know, there's too much meditation on this changing nature. See, this is because people don't have this information. They don't have information about their eternal nature. You know, how to get in touch with it, how to feel it, man. How you know, how to activate that awareness. Maybe some people do. Some people have some inkling about it to some degree. But that needs to be increased. Otherwise, we just identify as a material product. Okay? And that's where people meditate on the changing material physical manifestation, and that's where the unhappiness is, because it's always changing, and if people get insecure. That's why people are jerked around by this safe philosophy. Oh, we just want to keep you safe. You know, in other words, you know, people become afraid, and they're only afraid because they're not in touch with their spiritual nature. That's really the essence. Because if they were in touch with their eternal nature, where's the fear? You know, it's like, I'm an eternal person. You identify as an immortal, because we all are. But the thing is, in the material manifestation, most are identifying with this changing nature. See? And therefore, there's the problems. Okay? Therefore, there becomes all this power struggles, and people, they're afraid of the change. They're afraid of the living entities changing their minds and doing this and doing that. That they end up becoming controllers sometimes, like politicians or whatever it is, authorities, even religious authorities. They want to control everything, manage it. Okay? So that really is only necessary ultimately until you are in touch with the spiritual nature. Then there's, you know, then you're not like insecure. Oh, everything is changing. Yeah, well, you know, there's a part of you that doesn't change. Identify with that. See, this is what this is, the eternal truth. These truths keep us identifying with the truth. The truth will set you free, right? So these truths, devotional service, how to serve the transcendental Lord in the heart, awaken that Lord in the heart. And then when that's what we see, then you, oh, I see. It's a spiritual thing. I'm a spiritual being, and I'm meant to act in this world on the spiritual platform. See, so this is what this teaching is all about. We use the book Bhagavad and our experiences of the spiritual nature to assist the living entities re-identify with their spiritual nature. So they're not just, you know, blown around by the illusory potency, this Maya, the three modes. All these are topics people need to know. The three modes of nature, just blowing them. They're like winds for the sails. We have our sails up, and, you know, and our attention is on the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. And these energies come and blow us here and there in the world, in the universe even. We blow us, say we develop the mode of goodness, and they blow us to the realm of the demigods. See, on the sails of goodness, on the sails of passion. This fruit of activity, see, fruit of action, causes us to take birth amongst human beings. And demoniac action in a mode of ignorance is like it causes us to sail over into the hellish worlds, the more darker worlds. So anyway, we're here to erect our sails to sail over into the spiritual dimension. I didn't know. Did you know we were sailors? Did you know you were a sailor there? That you're in the Navy, Sachi? Do you know you're in the Navy? You're a sailor?
Did you stop? Were you talking to me?
Were you talking to me?
Yeah, you're a sailor. You're sailing over into the spiritual world.
Hey, I used to
Hey,
have
I used to have a
vision that I was living
Oh, here.
over the water. Now you're muted. I don't hear you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I did have a vision that I was living over the water. Maybe it should be a sailor. You're right.
Okay. So, the physical nature, which is constantly changing, is the material manifestation. So the universal form of the Lord, which includes the demigods, is called Adi Daiva. And the Lord of sacrifice is myself, because I am inside everyone's heart as a super soul. Oops. Blew it again. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, and so the Lord in the heart is, oops. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, it didn't work. What happened here? What is this? I'll be right there. I'm just trying to get this up again. I have to find it here. Here we go. And the Lord of sacrifice is myself, because I am in everyone's heart as a super soul. So a lot of people don't know that. See, they think I'm just doing, like in the world, I'm just doing these activities, like fruitive activities. I'm trying to make a business because this makes me happy. I have this energy. I want to use it to make a business. I want to go to work. I want to do this. I want to build this. I have this dream. See? And the Lord gives some satisfaction. You ever do a good day's work and you feel like, wow, that's really great. I feel good. See? So it's basically that's the Lord. You're pleasing God at that level. So this is, we're always doing that, more or less. So you can even act in the mode of ignorance. Say like I go and I just drink, I become an alcoholic, and I do it because I'm feeling some kind of happiness in that. I like to just go and drink all day. There must be some kind of, there's addiction there, but there's a kind of happiness, but it's in the mode of ignorance. See? And it's, the Lord is there, and it's, the Lord's getting something, but it's in the mode of ignorance. Is a very low quality happiness. And then passion is the same thing, but it's a little higher quality happiness. It's when you do a good day's work and you feel good. Oh, yeah, I did. That's God in your heart. See, in that, so the Lord is living in the heart, and so we're feeling His pleasure to various degrees. in the modes. See? So mode of goodness is also there. That's a little bit less because that there are fewer people in the mode of goodness, especially in this Kali Yuga, because here in Kali Yuga is a powerful influence of passion and ignorance. And so in Kali Yuga, to be like a more in the mode of goodness, it takes austerity, it takes discipline, it takes stuff like that, renunciation, and people do it. And there's a higher happiness in that. I know when I fasted, fasting is part of like a mode of goodness thing. When I fasted for sometimes 3 days, even 1 day, 2 days, sometimes 10 days, sometimes 30 days. I've done 2 or 3 30-day fasts. I felt great. It was like, wow, this is a greater feeling. But that's because the Lord in the heart likes that. See, so sometimes, and same thing. So when one cultivates being a Brahmin, there's a happiness there. It says those in the mode of goodness experience happiness. But discipline is involved, regulation and discipline to get there. A lot of people in Kali Yuga don't have that. So the Lord knows that. That's why he came as Lord Chaitanya out of magnanimity and mercy to awaken people. Okay, and this one I got to get rid of here. Is it that one?
I think it's working now.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got to get rid of that one. Okay.
I live in a military town, and I'm about a quarter mile from the air base.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of interference sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine now. It's working good. It's good with the headphones.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
What?
Go ahead.
Which version of the Gita are you reading?
This is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. It's called Gita Amrita. It's kind of hard to find, but it's really great. I really like it. It's got a lot of heart, a lot of personal interaction with Krishna and Arjuna, a lot of deep things. It's very good.
I know sometimes the obscure books that are hardest to find are the best books.
Yeah, it's great. So anyway, the universal Lord includes, So the Lord of sacrifice is myself because I'm inside everyone's heart as a super soul. So this is a special mercy of Lord Chaitanya, is when you make connection with the disciplic line, is with our line, especially now, is the Lord wants to give us an experience of the highest way to please God. And this is this ecstatic worship. This is why Jesus came. This is why Lord Chaitanya came. And this is what we are here for, is also to quickly awaken this pleasure of the Lord, which is it's par excellence, like Prabhupada would use. This is the best way to worship God. This not only gives the Lord the highest happiness, it gives us as devotees the highest happiness, that spiritual happiness, it's eternal happiness, as well as true knowledge of revelation, true intimate dealings with our source forever. Huh? What?
Descending knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowledge that comes down to us.
Yeah. And it comes down in the book Bhagavad. And then, but this is something even more now, because when our relationship with the Lord is awakened, it descends upon our heads also.
Whether we want it or not.
Well, it comes simultaneously with ecstatic worship. See, this is our whole mission, is to awaken this relationship, this connection, this communion. And automatically, then when you look at the verses, I mean, I'm talking from my experience also, as well as the book. When I look at the verses now, they're like shine. I mean, it's just like the Lord shows me the Lord. It the deep purport in these things.
You can relate with that.
Yes, you can relate to them. Yeah. So he's doing that with many of us at different levels of realization. But the more we develop that, man, it's fantastic. It's then it's like, this is what Jesus said, the Holy Spirit will awaken in you, and it'll be your counselor. It'll be your comforter. It'll be everything. It'll be your purifier. It'll be, it just goes on. It'll be your source of true love. Everything. It's perfect. And it'll be your source of governance. Matter of fact, we would not need leaders. We would need less government. Not like now they're heaping government on. It's just a lack of... go ahead.
Kali Yuga, brother. You know Kali Yuga. It's Kali Yuga.
It's Kali Yuga.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about Kali Yuga.
This is the way it's going to go.
This is the way it's going to go.
No, necessarily. No. It's
but it's not. It's not within our power to go against God's will.
No. Okay, let's take that.
No, we're just talking.
Yeah, no. Let's take that. Let's take that. So in every Kali Yuga, this Kali Yuga is not like other Kali Yugas. It's special.
I don't know.
Okay, well, we're discussing it. I'm just telling you. We're discussing it. So in this Kali Yuga is Lord Chaitanya and Krishna King. If you study Chaitanya Charitamrita, you see in the fourth chapter, the Lord comes once every 27 Divya Yugas. Okay, Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. So in this Kali Yuga, even though it says it's going to be terrible and blah blah and all these things, but because of the influence of Lord Chaitanya and his devotees here, it changes the game. It changes the game. Hopefully. Yeah. Well, probably.
It
would be nice.
Yeah, and he's already changing. It's already changing. Because he came with his devotees.
You gotta want to change, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, people are changing. There are millions of devotees now. Okay, and they're all maybe at different levels. But this would not even be here to this point. Nobody would have faith in the Bhagavatam. If Lord Chaitanya didn't come, it would be the old Kali Yuga, where it would be very degraded. Yeah. See, he's already changed things. It's set, and that's why we're here. We're already, we're changing lives. There are people becoming saints in our sangha. Literally, I mean, they're so advanced spiritually. It's unbelievable. It's hard to believe.
That's true.
Yeah. So this is and we're just beginning.
Not just in this tradition, but you get all the traditions. It seems all these very Buddha-like.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
And we
have
like I say, I don't know, man. Like the president of the United States, man. Like, I mean, what was that? We're talking about reality. Reality isn't even intact anymore. Numbers.
Well, yeah.
Numbers have based our existence on. So we can say, look at us. Time doesn't affect anyone but us. It's an idea. Money is an idea. From our hands. It has nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do with anything. That's why the world is the way it is. Because no one's been paying attention. like you say, until 500-600 years ago,
500-600 years ago,
Katyana,
Katyana,
surface again after we nailed
surfaced
Christ
again
to
after
a
we nailed
board.
Christ to a board.
I think God is kind
I
of a little
think
ticked
God
at
is
us.
kind of a little ticked at us.
So we got to
Yeah, he's
really,
good.
really
So we
work.
got to really work like kind
to
of
change this shit.
to change this shit.
Well, this is
I
the
tried
work is.
I tried in
and all you do is get
and
shivved in the
all you
back,
do is get
literally.
shivved in the back, literally.
And
You get shoved in the back
And
with what? What's
but what I'm talking about when you're trying to help
what I'm
people
talking
that
about when
don't
you're
want
trying
to
to
be
help
helped,
people that don't want to be helped.
they're not going to thank you.
They're not going to thank you.
mm-hmm.
They're going to put you on a
Yeah.
cross like
They're
they
going to
did
put you
Christ,
on a cross like they did Christ,
and then they're going to just going to mow
and then
over
they're
everybody.
just going to mow over everybody.
Yeah, but
When
there's
we have
we're
to get
getting people.
When we
serious
have
about
to
this
get
shit.
serious about this shit.
Serious about what?
Changing the world.
Changing the world.
Oh, well, you see, that's the thing. We got to get serious about changing ourselves. And that's what
Well,
we're
that's
doing
true.
here.
That's true.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah,
But I mean,
yeah. See, we
there's
change
so
our
many
world.
there's so many
monsters out there, man.
monsters out there, man.
Yeah, they're always going to be monsters.
I
More or
know, I
less
was
monsters.
one of
This is
I know, I was one of them.
yeah. What?
I said I know because I was
I
one
said
of
I
them.
know because I was one of them.
Yeah, yeah, but you've changed. You know, it's great. And
I
others
know,
will change
it-
too.
I know.
It, some people,
Some people,
they want it easy.
they want it
And they
easy.
think this is easy.
And they think this is easy.
You know where this is not easy.
You know where this is not easy.
It's very easy.
What we're trying to do, even like
What we're
with
trying
ourselves,
to do,
to
even like with ourselves,
redeem ourselves.
to redeem ourselves.
It's difficult.
It's
But a lot
difficult.
of people think,
No,
A
it's
lot of
easy.
people
Yeah, you came to the right place. No, it's easy. Redemption is easy now.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, believe it. Well, you know, that's why I say
I mean, like,
maybe it hasn't.
I would really sincerely love it if it was, man. But, you know, I'm open to it, man.
I'm open to it, man.
Good, good. Just keep coming. You'll see. Redemption is easy.
You know.
You know.
Redemption is actually easy. Sachi probably has a little different experience, but it's easy in the sense the path is here. It's available.
Room, I would imagine.
Room, I would imagine.
How old are you?
I'm 58.
I'm 58.
Your oldest one in this room here? Yeah, that's true. I'm only 45, so.
But no, you're not. Are you really?
No, you're not. Are you really?
Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah. I'm actually 30, actually.
30, actually.
My teeth are in the jug over
My
here.
teeth are in the jug over here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
If like I say, I
Everything he says is an echo.
Everything he says is an echo.
Oh, let me mute my thing here. Yeah. So anyway, you'll see it'll get easier. I'm sure you'll see how it does. It's very amazing.
It is very nice to have the association of other devotees. I never had this.
Right. That's great. It's nice to have you here, man.
So it's going to take me a
Fantastic.
while.
It's going to take me a while to.
I'm kind of like the Brahmin
I'm
from
kind
the
of like
bush.
a Brahmin
You
from
kind
the
of
bush.
drag it in from the
You kinda
wild. You
drag
got to
it in
clean
from
me
the
up
wild.
first
You gotta
before you
clean
can
me
take
up
me
first.
anywhere, right?
We're all like that. We're all like that, man.
You know
We're
what
all
I'm saying?
dragged in
I'm
from the
rough
You know
wild.
what I'm saying? I'm a
edges,
little rough around the edges
Yeah.
still.
At least you know that. That's great. We're
Well,
all
no.
like that.
Well, no.
First thing I learned was my limitations.
First thing I learned was my
faults.
limitations and my faults.
Uh-huh.
And they are
And they are multitudinous.
If
Yeah.
that's even a word.
If that's even a word.
Yeah. No, it's great. Yeah. No, that's fantastic. And we all come, especially when you first come. You just gotta come, and let it clean off. We just get cleaned off very easily, and fast too. Yeah, and everybody needs to be tolerant too, so that we can make this fly. Otherwise, people they start judging and all that stuff.
We're all
We all like this.
Gotta work
Yeah,
together.
exactly.
Got to work together.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to judge, then you come on here hey man, he's coming on. He's showing himself. So if anybody wants to judge, you come on here and let's see how you fare. But it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
And but that's just how it is. We all change. I've been doing this
a long time.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen amazing changes.
I've been hiding tight for years.
Yeah. So I've seen amazing changes in a lot of devotees who come here, and it's just natural, and it's good. It's a progressive, a nice progressive. You feel better, you come across better. Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
No echo now.
No echo now.
Yeah, it's good. It's working good now. All right, so I'm going to read some more here.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Oh, cool.
So, the Lord of Sacrifice is myself because I reside in everyone's heart. And I love this because we're here to make people aware. See, the more, when you worship the Lord on an ecstatic platform, you become aware of the Lord's transcendental activities. See? You're more of his transcendental activities. And that's amazing. And it gives you a higher level of happiness too, because it's nice to know what God is doing. Okay, I got a mute you here. Okay, it's getting garbled. Okay, I did it. Okay, yeah. So anyway, that's wonderful. Let's move on here. Arjuna, Arjuna says, how can those engaged in devotional service know you at the time of death, Krishna? Krishna says, whoever at the end of his life quits his body remembering me alone attains at once my nature. And what's beautiful here, again, because of Lord Chaitanya's influence, he's making it really easy. It's like you don't have to wait to die remembering the Lord to attain his nature. You're already doing that here. When you're awakened, your heart, you get Bhakti Lata Bij, the Lord awakens in your heart. That's the Lord's nature. So you've attained the Lord's nature. Okay? His bliss, his nature is bliss. His nature is conclusive understanding. See? So the Lord is not waiting for you to die and then, through your renunciations, somehow or other you remember him. Now we can remember the Lord in ecstasy and bliss. So many devotees are already awakening to this, and it's fantastic. It's really amazing. Of this, there is no doubt. The principle is that whatever state one remembers when he quits his body, that state he will attain without fail. See, whatever state whatever state of consciousness, are you conscious of the bliss? Are you conscious of the truth? See, what are you conscious of? A lot of people, they die in a state of unawareness of the Supreme Lord that lives in their heart. See, so they die without awareness. And so in the next life, they're still wandering around, not clear about things. And so whatever state you're in, say if I'm, just in the mode of goodness, a state of consciousness of goodness, a Brahmin or something like that, I attain that state of, it's still within the modes, and I'll still have to take another birth. Maybe go to heaven for a while and then come back here. If you're in the mode of passion, See, you attain that state of passion. You take that with you, and it brings you back down to the earth planet to engage in fruitive activities amongst fruitive workers. See, that state you attain because you remember that. A lot of times, you hear people die. Right before they're dying, they're thinking of, well, I got my business to manage. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but I have. Says, oh, I got this to do, and who's going to take care of this person and that person? And they're doing this on their deathbed. They're already preparing for their next life. See, so the devotees, that are advanced in this devotional service on the level of ecstasy, know how to please the Lord on that platform. They die in that, their body dies, but they're in that eternal state anyway because they identify with this. Oh yeah, I'm I identify with this nature of God who's blissful and ecstatic and all loving and compassionate and all these wonderful transcendental qualities. Okay? So that becomes our state. And we also go to, in that consciousness, you understand Vrindavan is conclusive awareness of the relationships of the devotees in Vrindavan. It's a relationship thing. It's not, it can be a place, but it's also a consciousness, awareness of our soul's relationship with the Lord in that particular bhavs. They call them bhavs, devotional mellows of Vrindavan, Raj Bhakti. Okay, I think I need to stop here because it is also getting late here and I need to do some things. It's not really late, but late enough. Hey, thank you, Richard, for coming, and Sachi, and anybody else. Yeah. So I'll be back on in the morning, between 3, 4, 5, maybe. I don't know your time. All right, Krishna. We'll see you guys later, huh? Thank you for coming.